Hey guys, Jana here, and welcome to my channel, Fierce and Feisty Bullseye. Today I'm actually going to go over all of the range gear that I either wear or bring with me to local competitive matches. Alright, so before we get started, I do want to make sure it is known that I am at my local range that I have a contract with as a firearms instructor. So because I have a contract with them, they have agreed to let me do some recording in their action bay. This is actually an action bay that is used for competitive matches, and it is completely safe and on range property. As you guys can see, it's pretty cold out here today, so all the gear that I'm currently wearing will be mostly tailored towards that winter. I am in Washington State, and so we do get pretty cold. Actually, it was in the low 20s this morning, and I decided to wait a couple of hours to do some recording just because it's just too cold. Let's definitely first talk about my favorite piece of equipment. Well, I shouldn't say my complete favorite. Obviously, the Pew Pew is the favorite. However, one of my favorite things to bring to the range with me, which is my Zuca cart. There is actually a video, by the way, that specifically goes over everything that I pack into my Zuca cart in a little bit more detail. So go definitely check that out, but just for the sake of this video, I'll show you a little bit. Zuca cart is amazing. It definitely has completely saved my butt several times while at matches. The Zuca cart is actually also a bench, and so if you wanted to, you could take a seat right here, because as most know, if you compete in matches, there's usually not any seating. The other thing as well is that it's got this nice sturdy handle here. This handle allows me to basically just drag this thing behind me, which is pretty awesome. And it has all-terrain tires, which, by the way, I've tried to take these over very large tree stumps once. Don't recommend it. It will flip. So with these big tires, you could pretty much go over almost any terrain. On the back here, you've got some cup holders, two actually. And then if I have a very long day, I will actually use this side pouch that has a cooler in it and put an ice pack in it, something to eat. So on the side pocket here, I've got my necessities. Usually I carry my ears, eyes, and gloves, and also my camera and everything like that. But in this front pocket here, which is the key to everything, is going to be where I store my gun. My gun goes here, my magazines go in here, but most importantly, my ammo goes in here, as well as some necessary tools that are required just in case something were to happen while at my match. One thing I definitely want to showcase quite a bit is this ammo box. This ammo box was made for me especially by Rocky Mountain Rain. She is amazing. She 3D prints ammo boxes, and I couldn't honestly ask for a better friend. She's cool. I actually started calling this a dump box because it literally holds all of my ammunition, and when you are trying to quickly load the ammunition in between stages, obviously you don't want to have to pull them out of the box. So she designed this for me, and it perfectly fits into my range cart, my Zuca cart. And she actually calls it a, what does she call it? She calls it a range box, actually, which makes more sense than a dump box, but So anyway, definitely reach out to Rocky Mountain Rain if you're interested in having any ammo boxes made for you. She's amazing. I love her, and her information will be in the description. So now what I'm going to actually show you guys is going to be all of the gear that I'm currently wearing. So these shooting jerseys, I have them custom made. They are made by Wolfpack Design Co. Again, I'll go ahead and link that if you guys are interested in having your own custom jersey made. She can do literally any design, any color, and they're an amazing fabric, and I just wear them over the top of my thermals. Gloves. When I'm shooting in the winter, I do like to use gloves. These gloves are actually going to be really thin winter gloves, I guess you could say, but they work really well. I got them from Costco, and I just got a size down so that they would fit really well, and I can shoot with them just fine. Now, if you're not used to shooting with gloves, obviously you're going to want to train a little bit with them, but these were super easy to use and they still keep my hands warm. So these leggings are actually 511 leggings. The 511 leggings, they have belt loops that are built into them. They're really freaking sturdy. They're actually also kind of like a compression legging, so it's actually pretty nice. And even though it's freezing right now, I'm actually not that cold because they're very, very thick. The Athene leggings by 511 are great for women. Clearly men, I don't see you wearing leggings at a match. If you do, more power to you. But for us women who like to wear leggings all the time and don't want to wear really uncomfortable jeans, 511 makes some amazing tactical leggings. The boots that I'm wearing currently are actually going to be Merrell's. I am very pro Merrell. We'll say that, pro Merrell for sure. I wear Merrell boots for everything. I have some wool socks on because it's freaking cold. So, moving on from clothes, I do have a hat that's a Notch hat. Notch is one of my favorite brands. They make a lot of different hats that have the notches in the side that make room for your glasses. And if you shoot a lot, you know that your glasses are very weirdly uncomfortable with hats. And so Notch makes an amazing hat that are specifically for glasses. So really love that. And speaking of hat, on my hat is actually my Insta. My Insta is what I use when I am shooting and want that point of view from my hands. There is a link if you are interested in getting one or if you want to know more about it. Continuing on with gear, a couple of things. I like to use Walker's XL for my ears. They're very, very comfortable. I also have gel pads in them. The gel pads make it to where I can wear them all day. However, in the summer, I'll actually use custom molded in-ear electronic hearing by ProEar. And I love that brand for sure, especially in the summer, just because I'm a head sweater. And so yeah, I don't like to have the Ear Pro all the way over. But in the winter time though, or any other time, I am definitely using my Walkers. The belt that I'm using is actually Double Alpha Academy ratchet system. And so the reason I went with the ratchet system is because I've lost a significant amount of weight over the last couple of years. And so as I was continuing to compete, I needed to be able to ratchet my belt down versus just buying a new one every single time. And it worked out really well for me. I've actually come down several sizes and I'm actually ready to go down to the next size, which I've already gotten that new belt, same company, love Double Alpha. On my belt, you're going to see my Ear Pro hanger. That's also by Double Alpha. The magazine pouches are not by Double Alpha. However, the system that I use to rotate my magazine pouches is also by Double Alpha as well. The magnets that you see on the front and also on the back, right here, yep, on the back, these are used for me to pick up my magazines that I'm dropping on the ground, because as you know, in matches, usually to switch or load a new magazine, you're going to drop that magazine on the ground. So my process of reminding myself that these magazines need to be loaded again is to put them on my actual magnets. So the way that I use these magnets is that the one that comes off the ground that I pick up after I've finished a stage goes on the very back, and the one that has come out of my gun when I'm showing clear at the end of the stage will usually go back on the front. The other thing I'll use this front one for as well is sometimes when I know that I have a reload, I will take a magazine and I will put it right there, mostly because, and at an angle, because this is a lot easier to pull and load versus sometimes pulling it out of a magazine pouch. So that magnet also kind of helps with that as well. So then holster and magazine pouch. I cannot say enough good things about Haven Defense Co. They make custom holsters in basically any color that you want for pretty much any gun, and the people who run it are amazing. They're awesome to work with. Their customer service is great, and they, of course, when I asked for purple, made me purple. The mag pouches themselves, I have 4 of them. They are all, as you can see, purple, and then the holster is custom also to my Mechanic, and that is also purple as well. They actually even will design the holster custom to whatever system you are using, which I am using a Blade Tech drop offset system for my gun to drop it down a little bit. It still comes up over the belt as per USPSA rules. However, it does allow me to use a leg strap. So this leg strap here, because guys, you don't understand this, but us women, we have curves. So with those curves, sometimes we require a leg strap to hold our holster down. I do have a leg strap that is connected to my Blade Tech drop offset. And so that definitely helps with any type of wiggling when it comes to having to draw the gun out. So that pretty much sums up all of the clothing and or gear that I like to wear to my local matches. If you enjoyed this video or if you'd like to see more of it, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and follow me on social media. I hope you guys have a fierce and feisty day. Hey guys, welcome. Forgot my channel name. Yeah, this is what happens when it's literally 30 degrees outside and you're trying to record content, right? Okay, all right, let's do this again. Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, Fierce and Feisty Bullseye. That was weird. Good. Look at this, isn't this pretty? This is pretty. Guess what? I designed it. Hey. Car drove by. Bum 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 bum. But as for range gear, this is also definitely, whoa, I think there's a critter over there. Yup. Okay, we're gonna start that over. Forgot what I was saying. Lots of critters out here today near a gun range. Don't know why. I don't think I'd proactively choose to be at a gun range if I was an animal. Okay, let's do this. This episode will be mostly for winter and just regular in general. Nice, thank you, plane. Thank you, plane. Yeah. So, critters. Anyway, so then these leggings are actually 5'11" leggings. Woo, I am dirty. Look at that. Sorry, just all dirty here. Okay.